The Magic Keyboard is the same Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro, but at $300, is it worth it for the iPad Air? I don't know, but I got it anyway. Seriously, I really don't know if this thing is worth it. And coming in at $300, it's literally half the price of the iPad Air. All right, so let's bust the thing open and see what it's all about. Okay, so this is it. It's pretty heavy, actually. That's without the iPad is even in there. It kind of feels heavier than the iPad itself. The design of the Magic Keyboard is pretty solid. Nothing about this keyboard feels cheap. It has a good amount of weight, but maybe too heavy for my liking. The keyboard plus the iPad is a little bit on the heavy side for me. The extra weight does help with balancing, especially when using it on your lap. The keyboard also includes a USB-C port that can be used for charging. Having that additional port makes the iPad more of a productivity device. Being able to charge and maybe having like an external hard drive attached to the side. I would have liked if the port itself handled data. That way I can just have a USB-C dongle on the side of the case instead of hanging off the side of the iPad. Popping on the iPad is pretty simple. There are magnets that align it to the case. The magnets are strong, but taking it off is just as simple. While the keyboard is on, it provides a good amount of protection, but I wouldn't suggest dropping it. Not even the slightest of bit. With this design, opening is not the greatest experience. I haven't found a way to smoothly open up the keyboard. It's quite a bit of a struggle when doing so, not one-handed like opening a MacBook Pro. Once open, getting it to a good viewing angle is effortless. Once you set the angle, it's locked there, but if you need to change the angle, it's smooth and easy. There is just the right amount of friction. The range at which it can move is limited. Sometimes I wish I could move it a little more. Most people buying the Magic Keyboard is paying a premium to have a great typing experience. So I'm glad to confirm that that is the case. The typing experience is enjoyable. It feels comfortable and doesn't feel too cramped being the keyboard is so small. The keys are clicky and don't feel mushy like some third-party keyboards. I can type just as fast as I do on my MacBook Pro. I don't know if that's saying much. The backlit keys on the Magic Keyboard is a great inclusion. Most keyboard cases don't include backlit keys. The brightness is adjustable. Unfortunately, there is no physical button to adjust it on the keyboard. You have to go into the settings in order to adjust it. So far, I've only had to adjust it once and don't think I'll be adjusting it too often. Since they opted to not include physical buttons on the keyboard, it would have been nice if they would have added the brightness setting in the drop down control panel right next to the screen brightness. The trackpad is definitely on the small side. I'm not even gonna pump fake and make it seem like it's bigger than what it is. Coming from the MacBook Pro with that stupid huge trackpad, this trackpad is quite a bit small. Even though it's small, it does work really well. Using the gestures on this trackpad is very smooth and responsive, but a pro tip for you. If you change the trackpad setting to tap to click, this makes clicking apps a little bit more natural and much faster. Overall, I like the Magic Keyboard, but is it worth the price? I think if it were about $200, that would be more reasonable. I think for what you're getting, it is pretty much overpriced using it with the iPad Air. But at the same time, this is the best accessory you can get if you want the most productivity out of the iPad Air. All right, that's it. Please subscribe for more videos on the iPad Air, iPhone 12, and all other things tech. I am Joe, and this was another Joe Tech Talk. I'm out.